Hey there, Team Life Changers. Welcome to our Monday night team call. I am going to hop over here. If I was a little more prepared, I would have pulled this up already. But I know that we have gotten a lot of people who are selling some challenge packs, and I want to make a big deal out of this because it is a big deal. We're kind of, our call tonight is going to be kind of like free for all, and all of us are going to kind of share our tips and things that we're doing and kind of gleaning off of each other, kind of like maybe some Q&A and brainstorming is basically Q&A and brainstorming. But right now on the board, we have Rebecca Thompson at 4 points, Miriam Helton at 2 points, Lydia Van Zant at 2 points. And I'm going to help you girls out. I don't know everybody that's sold, but I know Tammy, you've sold. You're at SC4, I think. You have 4 points, I think, or 2.
Yeah.
And then Melinda is at 2 points. So just make sure that you guys get your points on here so that you get your shout out. Because trust me, when you can use these Pick Monkeys for your shout outs, it's really good for business when people see that you're doing great. So that's awesome. So I'm proud of you guys. Summit is a big deal. Like, for real, you really want to do everything that you can to get to Summit. Summit is going to help your business tremendously. You're going to see in the next week or so, Melinda and I are going to Punta Cana. We're going for our Success Club trip, which is awesome. So that's another reason why you want to push for Success Club. But you're going to see Facebook blasted with people that are going on the trip. And even though you are home, you can still share posts about this business, share posts about how awesome it is to be a coach, share pictures of the team and whatever it is. Just share. And then when you go to Summit, it's even better. Patty, I'm looking at Patty and saying Tammy. Patty went to Summit last year. It was awesome. Teresa did. We had a huge group. We had like 10 girls, I think, from Life Changers, and Life Changers was a brand new team. And this year, we actually have people in our downline. So Miriam has coaches going. Cindy Laniga said that she may have a coach or two that wants to go. So this is going to be a beautiful thing because now Life Changers is growing. It is awesome. So I love it. There's Melinda popping on. So you definitely want to do everything that you can to make it to Summit. And once you do, we do have a group. It's a private group, well, just another group for Summit so that we don't clog up our Life Changers with all the Summit stuff. But as soon as you're in, just let us know. We'll give you the link so that you can hop into the Summit group so we can talk about arrangements. There is a hotel there, and it sounds like there are plenty of hotel rooms there. So I know that last year we got a house because, this is brand new. I honestly thought that I was the only one going. And then eventually, I don't know who the first person said that they wanted to come. And then I was like, wow, I have a Life Changer coming. And then the next thing you know, I'm not joking. We were like 2 months out from it, maybe even a month out. And people were signing up left and right. And that's what pushed us to get a house. And all of a sudden, Life Changers has 10 people going. And I remember Jatana was sharing with me, like her first summit, it was just her all by herself. And then the second, she had one friend. And then the third one, so Life Changers is growing. So I'm proud of this team. Be proud of where we are. It's awesome. So just get to Summit. And it may just be easier for us to get our own hotel rooms. I don't know. That may just be easier. And if you get close to, we can look up in Epic Empire. I know that Melinda is staying at the Wyndham, and Jatana has it at the Hyatt. So, or if we, and so Epic's going to be there in the Hyatt. So I don't know if we all want to go to the Hyatt. I know, Melinda, you have to have one night at the Wyndham, but you could also switch and come to the Hyatt, after that too. And then we would all be with Epic Empire. So, but we can talk about that inside the group, but just make it to Summit. And of course we talked about our promos coming out, the promotional, workouts coming out. I took advantage of that, and I started like posting about it already. A lot of people, I know Life Changers, we have a lot of older coaches. We have some younger coaches on our team too, but we do have some olders. I'm 44. We tend to get in the 40s and 50s. We have a few 30s. I think Rachel might be in her 30s. But I don't know. And we're all churchy people. But it's interesting being in the groups where there's mainly 20s. I don't know. Rachel, are you in your 20s? You're in your 20s? No, okay, you're in your 30s. Okay. I'm certainly, not saying anything bad, but like the 20s, they're looking at the UV2 or whatever, and they're like, this is not applying to anything. And I'm like, oh, they apply to the people I run with. Like with the older crowd, and then the church crowd and people who are overweight. I mean, we have a Zumba class at my church already where people are doing Zumba, and they just love getting together and stuff like that. So market it to your people and go ahead and market now because it's coming out in May. So you want to be strategic, and we're going to talk about that on the call tonight, kind of Q&A and brainstorming. I know I said that a little bit ago, but we've had more people hop on since then. Kind of Q&A and brainstorming and coming up with ideas to where we can market what we have and just shine on our Facebook wall and just kind of up our game. But market that, and then I marketed it with that and also with the Chris Downing, the Ship Shop, because people who are already on All Access, they're getting this. So that is awesome, awesome, awesome. 4/19. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I thought it came out in May. Thank you, Patty. So that's good. So the UV2 comes out in 2 days. Wow. So I need to up my game and make a post. I guess I know what my morning post is going to be about tomorrow. So that's good stuff. Right before I actually hit record, we were talking kind of about like what we were posting. I was sharing, I am seeing a tremendous difference in my business as a whole, ever since I've started going just full throttle with my posting. I am posting, and we're going to go look at my page, and then we're going to look at Melanie Mitro's page again, because she's my example right now. She's who I'm following right now, in all honesty. If I need an idea of how to post, I'm going to her wall. And if I just want to make it so it doesn't look so obvious, because I don't want to copy everything, then I'll go to Ashley Smith or find another random coach and find what they're doing. But I have seen a tremendous, I can't tell you how many conversations I have going on right now. And even though a couple of them say that they can't afford it right now, and I totally respect that, I really do look for them to find a way to at least get a sample something, or at some point. I was talking about this with another coach today too, that we never want to assume that someone is just, they can't afford it. We, will want to let them make the decision, because you never know. They may have an aunt or a cousin. I mean, somebody from my church bought it for their sister, or you just never know the scenario, because if somebody wants it bad enough, we will make a way to get whatever it is that we want. So, it's just kind of the way it is. And our health and fitness is definitely something that is of value. It's not like it's a new car or, whatever. And we need to let our audience know that, like, this is the value of it. I am going to share my screen because we are going to look at my wall. We're going to hop around a little bit here. Why is that showing? Can I minimize that? I hope so. Okay. So this is my like page. And it looks so different when I'm on it because I run it. There's all kinds of like gadgets on here. So I took a post from my challenge group so that they can get a little bit of a taste of what happens in my challenge group. And I got a lot of interaction on that. I got like 3 people, that have liked it. So that means I get more views. Sometimes I don't get like 30 views. This was only in 4 hours. So for me to get 180 people that are reached within that short of a time, that's actually good for my like page. Today I did a post on planning. I had 350 people reached with just this post. So of planning, and I actually posted this on Instagram too. And they are, somebody was asking if I could actually fill this out and let them know what my big vegan plan is. I'm like, oh, dear Jesus, help me. Let us pray. Because I don't meal plan quite that way. Like I meal planned in the very, very beginning and wrote it out, but it kind of changes. So I am filling it out as I go. So I started keeping it. Let me see. See all. What else do I post? Okay, so why did that do that? I'm still doing my very early morning thing. This isn't as productive as what it was when I did it in January with the declutter, but that's all right. I still have people liking it. I still have people watching it. So it reached 177 people today. So that's good. I did a Snapchat. So you can see my like page is everything about my business for the most part. And this was all done from yesterday and today. So I did a little Snapchat that I created the group. I did a recording of this. So it was just her little 2-minute thing in the very beginning, and posted it so people could see it. So it got at least almost 40 people that were interested enough to watch it. So, and this is on my like page. So it's not even on my private page. It's only on my like page. And I'm really doing this a lot too, because I am getting people that say that they don't like the taste of Shakeology, and I'm really posting at least 2 times a week recipes for Shakeology, and you know, I'm getting clicks and things about that. So just, you know, fun things about that. What else? Of course, Jesus rose from the grave. But interestingly, even though I'm a Christian, there are only 50 people saw this. So only 50 people saw this on yesterday. So that was from my regular page too. But I'm doing this was pre-done on because you can schedule your posts. So I pre-did all of these posts. You could totally schedule, if you sit down, you could totally have 3 weeks scheduled, you know, easily, with just a Shakeology recipe, some before and afters. I showed my abs, geez. But I'm working hard to go to the beach. But there's a tips for that, Easter. But you can pre-do these and have these done on your like page, and people are looking. This one had almost 200 people that saw it. So this is my like page. So this one was a recipe. I wish I would have done this earlier. And then actually somebody shared this, I thought. Somebody shared this, but I don't know why it's not showing from here. But I know somebody shared that recipe, but I don't know. But this had 176 people reach. So anyway, so that's my like page. It's all about the business. My personal page, I don't know how much you guys see my page. Hopefully it's not redundant for you. But I did I'm starting to make my Shakeologies look better because I want it appetizing for people. I'm starting to get people asking me only about the Shakeology. They're not even asking about weight loss or challenge groups or anything. They're just like, well, tell me about the shake, you know, because they want something that's sweet. Because we all have I even have people, this person I think is probably going to buy, this one is another challenger. You know, they want in because they're like, man, I see this. What else? I did that. Oh, 5 tips for losing. You guys saw that. So I did this. This does not mean that you have to go and create a website. If you have time, Rachel, I thought that was a great idea. You said that today. That would be a summer project for you. I think it'd be great to have a project, and if you guys want to do like tips like that and put it on your website, I think it's great. And what I'm doing now is trying to learn, what do people want to know? What is going to get people to click? And when I saw that 21 people were reading my article on my website at one time, I was like, seriously? Because I really go through those slumps of like, nobody wants to see anything that I'm posting. Like, I'll go through those slumps of like, because I'll look at how many people view my workout videos or how many people are viewing this. I'm like, man, Jatana still has like 3,000 people viewing hers, and I still like have 100, you know? But a lot of times people won't click on it. But when they get information, they were clicking on that. So 21 people, and that was within 2 hours when I put it on. I thought I was doing a happy dance that people were going to my website. I did this. I got a bunch of likes on my post today with this. I posted the same thing on here. I posted last day to get in. So you can see I'm posting like a mad woman on here. I did go live here just to get some people, you know, so I had like 300 views, you know, get some interaction. It's Sunday. Jesus was risen, is risen. That's more Jesus stuff. So this is weekend. So my weekends are kind of like fun stuff to get people to interact and things. But during my week, so that's when I first did that video. Let me see how many views my video got. As hard as it is, oh, sorry. But I got 571 views on that. That's not bad. 571. For me, that's not bad. Because I usually get 100 or 200. So again, I'm just going through here and I'm blasting my walls. I actually need to put some more before. Well, I used myself as a before and after, you know, to show the 5-pound thing. I posted that. So you can see I'm blasting my wall with stuff, like with things, you know, a healthy dinner. There's more workouts, lost weight. Those are my skinny shorts from last year, and I've lost more weight. So I intermingle it, but I really am trying to blast my wall with a bunch of stuff that has to do with challenge group stuff. And I've got more conversations going on now than I've had in a very long time. Like I've got a lot of people on the back burner. So what is the difference between people reached versus likes? It just means that they show up on their feeds, that people actually see it. So on your like page, when you go there, and you can see all of the interaction, like how many people actually click it, or how many people actually see it, or people that want to, you know, actually read what you wrote. So, so yeah. So that's what I'm doing. Melanie Mitro is I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I don't know if you guys want to see her stuff or not. I'm going to show you anyway, because I just think it's valuable. Because there might be someone that is not on the call tonight that would committed to getting fixed. I very rarely go to her her personal page because I'm more interested in what she's done on here. But again, I think about this every morning when I wake up. I'm like, Melanie's posted her picture. Even though I haven't even opened my eyes yet, I'm like, I'm sure Melanie's already posted her workout picture. Tammy always posts her workout picture too on some of her social media things too. So, I mean, she's always giving, like this one, 3-day refresh. All right, so she's planned ahead and she's doing her 3-day refresh. She even posted first thing this morning was that meal plan. And I was like, man, I need to be ahead of my game. You need to plan ahead so I'm not scrambling at the last minute. And happy Monday. Let's crush this week. So definitely motivational. There's her working out. There's her meal plan, which I thought was great. So she's adding value to her audience. And a lot of times you're thinking, well, why is she giving her stuff away? But when you look at her stuff, she's sharing. It's the Shakeology. And this one in particular is her the 3-day refresh. So she's sharing when she's going to have her fiber sweep and her vanilla fresh and things like that. So she had 16 people like it. So she shared Easter. She shared another Easter recipe. Let's see, what else does she do? So sometimes she does a video, sometimes it's pictures, a picture of her. There's my coconut idea. See, I copied. I just did it. I did my own thing. I didn't do peanut butter. I was like, she's got coconut, I got coconut. Monkey see, monkey do. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm just being real. I want this. I want this. So kind of like that thing where I was sharing in our thread today. It's like there's determination mixed with stubbornness. And like Teresa said, that's my sister. She knows I got to be stubborn because I want this. And if this is what it takes to get it, then I know I've got to do it. I know I've got to find a way to do it. And if this means, especially for those who work full time and it's hard for you to get your posts up like while you're working, I would highly recommend starting to work really, really hard on that like page, because you can schedule your posts. And then what you can do, you can schedule them for like 2 weeks. Then what you can do is go to your personal page and you can share on your personal page stuff from your like page. So then it's a double whammy. People will see it on your like page, and then you have something to share that's on your personal page. And you could go back 3 months from now and share like a recipe or something from your like page. And then people will see it again on your like page and on your personal page. But like Jatana posted a before and after tonight, that nine-week transformation. That is a beautiful picture. That's going on my wall tonight. And I'm going to put a last call, because today's the last day that you could technically order. I mean, if people want to get in and be a day or so late, like privately, great, then I'll, work with them privately. But as far as advertising for the group that starts on Monday, I'm not advertising anymore. So I'm going to grab that picture and I'm going to post it on my wall. And you guys totally could do that as well and be like, okay, last call. You just posted there. You don't even have to say who she is. Like, last call, you know, we're doing this thing. As you can see, we get results. So that's just what I'm doing right now. Because like I said, I want it. And I'm posting tips that will be of value to people and will make people want to come to my page. That, why am I going to Melanie Mitros? Because I need tips. Whether she, and this is the thing, whether it is tips for your downlines, for, because a lot of us have coaches already and people that want to do the business, or whether it's tips for how to post, what to post. Melanie, in my opinion, just has it all. There's some other coaches out there, but I just really, really enjoy seeing what she has. I always am going to go there and get something of value. So I've had, and I don't like this. I don't say it in a whatever way, but this is the way it is. I've had 2 people, actually 3, but she's not said the words yet. Just in this last week, since I've been blasting my like page and my page, people that have known I've done Beachbody forever and they have their own coach, and I've been prancing around doing my workout, prancing around with my Shakeology and just making it all about me, like, oh, look at me, look what I'm doing and whatever. And they've known I'm a Beachbody coach. Oh yeah, I have a coach too. Yeah, we have challenge groups, right? So they're doing their thing with their coach. I'm doing my thing on my Facebook wall. And literally 2 people today have asked, I'm not getting what I need from my coach, and can I switch? And I sent that message, and I kind of like, you know, like sent a thing, because we were talking with one of the, I won't mention her name, but she's another coach. She's not on this call. She's another Life Changer coach, because she's like, what do I do when someone's with another team, but they want to be in my challenge group? And my rule of thumb is, you have to, like, I don't let anybody in my group unless, if they are working with another coach, then they need to get what they need from their other coach. And I'm talking outside of Life Changers. I'm not talking about inside of Epic or inside of Life Changers. I'm talking about like somebody from Melanie Mitchell's downline, or Lindsay Matway, or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. But ever since I've been posting valuable tips, valuable recipes, valuable, this is what you do to not be sore, this is what you do to whatever, I've had 2 people want to switch their coach to me. And I sent that message of, girl, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. You know, does your coach offer you challenge groups? Does your coach offer you this? We go through all of that, but they really want to do a challenge group with me. Why? It's not about Rebecca. It's about what Rebecca pours out. So in order to be, it's the same thing. When you are a leader, you learn how to pour out. In order to be successful in this business, you got to give till it hurts. Because it isn't about us. Like, it so isn't about us. So, and right now, especially since Beachbody is getting more popular, people are going through their news feeds, blocking people and unfollowing people based on, look at me working out, look at me with my shake. And I'm the first one. I've done that for 1.5 years now. And it's just now dawning on me. Like, I've got to give them value to where they're going to get tips, so that they can get tips and try to do it on their own. But what I did on my my website, this is another reason why I love a website. I know that Tammy has a website. I don't know if anybody else has a website. But I learned how to hyperlink. So whenever I'm talking about Shakeology, all you do is you just like shade it, you know, like you click it and shade it, and then the hyperlink, and all you do is click it and put your link in there. So I found my 3-day refresh link and posted it. If I said 3-day refresh, I hyperlinked it. So people just click on it and they can go get the 3-day refresh. So even behind the scenes, they can click on those links and learn about 3-day refresh and Shakeology and all of this stuff. But I've got to be such a valuable resource that they don't want another coach, that they want me. Again, I don't like it when people are coming, you know, but if they're not getting, it's their choice. If they're not getting the results from whatever downline they're in, then, you know, it is what it is. But I just think that that's interesting ever since I've been putting value. Does that make sense? I hope that doesn't sound like, I hope you hear my heart on that, because I really do. I don't like stealing people from other people, but I do want people to get results. So if their coaches have fizzled or whatever, it is what it is. So Anyway, so let's open it up. What have you guys found that's working for you guys? I know Tammy has 7 coaches. Like, you need 8 coaches to be a diamond, and 2 of them need to be emerald, 1 on each side to be diamond. So Tammy, what is working for you, girl, with your business? Any things you can share, or things that you want to do different, or anything?
I mean, I'm still having trouble with people purchasing, but my free groups are doing good. I'd committed to doing one a month, so I'm on my second one. And I'm having like 20 plus people. I just looked to have 20 in this one. I had like 26 last time, but I'm trying to change the subjects around too, do different stuff. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just, I just keep doing what I'm doing. I am at SC2, I guess, from signing up coaches, because I'm not having a problem doing that. So
That's good.
it's just, I guess I need to invest more in the coaches though, because the ones I've signed up are mostly, well, not mostly. I have a few that are contemplating the business, but I guess 3 or 4 of them are just discount coaches. But I don't know. I got one. She's not even doing anything. I talked to her today, and she don't even like the shake. She just keeps getting it, and I'm like, well, are you trying different things? Like, she's like, well, I got the vanilla. I just don't like it. And I'm like, well, you got to try other stuff. Like, there's, so they don't communicate. Like, I just have to keep putting myself out there and drilling them all the time. And I hate doing that, but some people just need that, I guess. So, so I don't know. I'm just banking on the free groups right now. And I think I do need to post more about, offering people to come join me for my group, because I don't just ask. I have before, but I don't do it frequently. And I think I need to do that more often. Make a post at least once a week or so. I don't know, just saying, who's going to join me. And like, I've noticed a lot of times we use the phrase, I have 3 spots left, who's going to do it, and so I was thinking about doing more stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just kind of doing what I've been doing and waiting.
Yep, that's good. And you were saying that too about the purchase problems. I think that's a great way to, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of 2 different things at one time, because I have the thing right now, because it's coming down to the deadline, like today's the last day, but I don't want to post it quite yet, because they'll think that I'm that I'm publicly talking to them. So I'm going to wait until like next week, but I do want to craft a post about pricing again. I want to look at, and maybe doing a post of, what a gym membership is, and a personal trainer, and a nutritionalist. And maybe there's someone, I saw that somewhere. Maybe it was in Epic somewhere. Somebody had a post that was like that. And all of the things that you get and how much it would cost. It was like $2,000 or whatever. And then what you get with us, and it's $160, like, posting something like that for purchase problems, or maybe there's other creative ways. You're very creative in coming that. And then the Shakeology problem, like people not liking it. That's why I'm trying to make my Shakeology look as refreshing and amazing recipes. And I mean, I don't even drink soda, but when I see those pictures of it, like all bubbly and like, it's just advertising. It's like, man.
I have started doing that, actually. I have started doing, really, because I do photography a little bit on the side also. So I've been doing some really cool pictures of my food. Like, I actually take it in the dining room and do the lighting all, and then I'll make it to where I can add a phrase to it. And I think that's helped me, because it looks so professional. Like, some people like, that looks like a magazine ad. Is that your picture? And I was like, yeah, that's mine. But so I've made it too good though, that they don't think it's mine. They think it's just like a picture I got off Google or something. So I'm trying to make stuff look more appealing. And so I think that helps, but a lot of people know I do that anyway. So it's kind of like, they just expect my pictures to look like that. So it doesn't mean as much, but I think it's right about the shake. I think if you can make it, but I told the girl today, I'm like, well, there's things you can do to make it smoother. There's other, get off the regular protein one, get the vegan, see if you like that, But instead she's like, well, I've already got 2 boxes. I'm just going to delay it. I'm like, instead of delaying it, call them. They'll switch it out for you. Just get something else. That way you won't have to delay it, So it's just, I feel like I'm bugging them sometimes, because they don't talk to you. It's like they just feel bad, so they don't say anything.
Yeah.
And so that's been a little bit of a struggle. I don't want to feel like I don't want them to feel like I'm just harping on them and bugging them, but they paid for it, you know?
Yeah. Well, and you could also go live and make Shakeology recipes. You know, somebody was messaging me today and was like, the Shakeology is like, what did she say, muddy bath water or something? I was like, oh, you're mixing it the same way I mixed it when I first got it. You know, and I just made it light of it. But when I first got it, it was gross because, and I knew I was going to do the business. So I shared that story with her. I was like, girl, when I first got it, I mixed it up. I just looked at Pat. I was like, we got a problem. So how am I going to do this business with it tasting like this? And then I shared the coconut picture with her today. She was like, I'm going to try that tonight, you know? So, and she was like ready to just stop at the Shakeology. So,
Yeah. You
yeah.
do have to give them options because they don't know. And now I've just started telling people, like, you know, try it this way first, you know, because you're going to have to put something in it for the consistency. But I do have a lot of people who do not like the regular Shakeology because it's foamy. And then I'm hearing that it's still kind of gritty and grainy, and I'm finding out because they're just using a small, cheaper blender, or, you know, it's like, and so then you feel bad. You're like, well, you really need a good blender. And they're like, oh, I got to buy a new blender. I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, and I told the girl today, I said, listen, this is not just some tasty lose weight protein shake. I mean, this is real food. You are not just getting a little Slim Fast shake here. Like, this is real food here. So you've got to work with it and put some consistency in it. And yeah, you might need a new blender. I said, I bought a new blender I bought a Vitamix, which was a stinking fortune for, you know, us to pay for something like that. But this is a lifestyle for me. And I knew that would be something I'd have for years, and it was worth the money. And so now I take for granted that I have this, and people don't get that same consistency using a regular blender. So, I mean, all I can do is tell them the truth and just put it out there and encourage them. And I told her, you know, this is supposed to be a lifestyle now. This is something you're doing. This is not just to lose a few pounds and be done with it next week, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Rachel Stewart, our Success Club girl, our new coach who is like has ideas out the wazoo. Can you say wazoo? Is that allowed? I don't know. I don't even know what a wazoo is. Well, I know what a wazoo is. Rebecca, just hush. Anyway, tell us about your ideas, Rachel, because you've been sharing with me some of your, like, you've been organically inspired. And maybe that means you've been on your own, going and looking at other coaches, what they're doing or other things. So share with us what you are, what's going on in that sweet little head of yours.
Well, I mean, not a whole lot. I just, I'm terrible at being creative. I can't just come up with something. I'm someone that Pinterest was made for, because if I see an idea, then I can improvise from that and create my own version. I just need a kind of a template to start with. So I guess kind of like you say, I mean, I've been watching Melanie, I've been getting on her stuff, I've been going on her webpage, trying to pick up ideas on, I do need to get better at posting on my wall. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm kind of thinking through and designing how I want to start approaching Shakeology, because that's the one thing I'm not posting about. I guess I was trying to get some traction going and kind of getting people, and I'm getting people. I have so many people coming up to me just out and about, out in life, at church, whatever, and telling me that my workout videos and pictures are really encouraging them, and that, you know, they're pulling out old workout equipment or they want to get started themselves. So that's been good, the fitness side. So now I need to work on the Shakeology side. So that's probably goal number one right now on my list, is to head that way. I mean, besides,
you have a clean group going, right? You have a clean eating group going? Or did you?
Yeah, and I think, so I tried and I'm glad I did it this way the first time, because now I'm going to have a base to start with, but I won't do it the same way next time. I did the event first because I could invite and I could just send out invites to the event. And what I noticed was people, I mean, even 3 or 4 days in, apparently people finally saw the invite, and then they came in and started looking around and would like something and comment. So I got pretty good interaction in the event. But then I asked everybody if they wanted to continue the full 2 weeks to move over to the group. And I told them, I said, there's things I can do in the group that I can't do here in the event. So selfishly, it'll make it easier for me. When that happened, I only had 3 people move to the private group, and only one of them is posting. But the one that's posting, she is somebody who way back at the beginning, before I even started my first challenge group, she was interested but didn't have the money. And she's been keeping up with all this, and she's really excited. And I mean, she is just all by herself. She is gung-ho. So we're just having our own private conversations in this group, and the other 2 are just silent, which that's okay. If at least they're still, I've messaged both of them. I sent them voice messages, and they just, they haven't gotten back with me, but that's okay. I'll keep every once in a while. At least they're seeing the info. So anyways, my plan is to try and encourage this one girl to jump in the challenge group and go all the way, because she would be a perfect, I mean, I've already told her, you know, you are, the fact that you are posting so much and you are encouraging me, like, we need that in the group. You would be great to encourage everybody else. And, but either way, I've got the group set up now, so I'm just going to leave it there. And next month, when it rolls back around, instead of doing the event, I'm just going to create an invite on my page and then just push that, and then send out some personal invites. Invite all the people that were in the event and didn't join the group, and hit them again.
Because they're watching you.
Them join the group.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So anyways, I'm learning as I go.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is too,
I'm learning by mistake.
If they already joined that means that they're interested already. Mm-hmm. They're already watching you. Their interests are already peaked. So
and they got one meal they got 1.5 meal plans basically in that event, and I put several other free things, so they got info in the event. I made sure I did that so even if they didn't go to the group, they still got a bunch of info. So.
And that's the thing too. I saw, because I've done this a couple of times. I did it in November, and I had a lot of people because it was right after Thanksgiving. And I think a lot of times, because we are glued to Facebook and we see everything that happens, a lot of people aren't. They just, oh, here's something good, let's join it. And they may never see it again. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they've lost interest, but they don't see it again. Mm-hmm. So one thing, because I did that, I think most of us did, for the Thanksgiving one. You started in an event, and you move them over to a group. Some of the people from an event never went to the group. And then even the people that did go to the group, not everybody was active, but so this time I started everything in the group. And I think because they see all of the posts coming, and then there wasn't a lot of activity in my clean eating, because I was the one giving the information. There wasn't a lot of, okay, post your this or post your that. It was, they are learning from me, but I got so many people interested in it this time. So I don't know. I mean, you could judge, figure that out. I've done events because it was just for publicity. Teresa and I did it together, which that was a Bible study. But I have done them where they're like all 3, body, soul, and spirit, in an event, and the whole thing stays at an event. And you can invite 200 people into the event, and those 200 people, they may see half of your posts or one of your posts. Unless they say not going, that's when they can't see any of it. But if they just leave it alone and don't do anything, they will see your posts. They will see them. So if you're putting valuable information in there, they're going to see it. So I think that's good. And then the perk for doing the group is they're already in the group, and same thing. Once they click and they're interested, once they are interested, it's them making the decision to be interested. And then you just post in the group and they get to see it whether they, want it or not. So, but that's good. I'm proud of you, girl, for just jumping in and
Thanks.
taking.
I'm not, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I'm at 2 right now, but I don't know if I'm going to get to Success Club this month.
You
but
will. You will.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I did hear, and I don't remember if this was on a recent Epic call, or I know it was another coach, and I heard say this, and I thought, well, that was a great idea. I just would have to figure out how to redo my schedule. They were saying that how they planned out when they did the free group, when they did their invites and everything, was so that when people ordered from all that they ordered at the very beginning of the month. And so instead, because right now the way I'm set is they would order at the end of the month to start the next challenge. But this person, and I wish I had this, because I remember hearing this coach on a video say this, some kind of call, and it made sense, because she said then she got her Success Club at the very beginning of the month, and then she didn't have to worry about it. Then that stress was gone, and she just had the rest of the month. And I thought, well, that was a smart idea. But the way my schedule is going right now, it's set up where people don't order until the end of the month. So anyways, I'd be curious to see how I could figure out how to work it out that way eventually.
Yeah. I started overlapping my groups. So mine overlap by about a week or so. So I have 2 opportunities during the month. So like right now, my group is going to start, like today's the order by date, but then I'm going to start advertising for my group that starts in May, because I have people that are on that burner. I mean, they are hot right now. I know that I'm going to hit Success Club. I know that I will, because I have so many people that are just ready, and it's April and they've got to get in. I overlap them so that they have that 2 opportunities. Like, okay, you missed out on this one, but here's the next one, to come. So
you're running 2 groups a month?
Yeah, because I don't know if that's why. It's just what I've done ever since. Now my other groups kind of fall in, like as far as my clean eating group, I don't know when Teresa and I set it up. I think it's the first week of every month, so those things are coaching at a glance. They're on the same week every month, things like that. But as far as my challenge groups, I just look at the calendar like, all right, well, when's a good time to start? Like when can I advertise? And then they have a week to order by, and then there's the next group. So I think my next group starts May 22nd. So the one starts April 24th, and my next one is May 22nd. So, but I'll start advertising for it now. But anyway, that's good, Rachel. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Melinda, what's going on, girlfriend?
Well, I shared a little bit today on the coffee talk, and I've been inundated all day, so I've got to figure out what to do. And I'm like, so there's a Facebook group called Trapped in an Op, and it's basically hygienists, and they feel trapped. And so it's like, I shared with you, Rebecca, a little bit. I feel like a troller in there, because it's like all these people are going, oh, I'm so tired of hygiene, I want out. And I'm like, oh, I got this, and I'm like, okay. So anyway, I'm really trying to keep it, because I don't want to be like the other marketers that are throwing it out there. Since this is being recorded, I don't want to throw names out there, but just they're like, oh, I do this and I love it, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So I basically just posted, I found a passion in health and fitness coaching. It fits along the way with what we do for people with their oral health, with now their physical and mental health, and blah, blah, blah. And so I just kind of put it that way. I need a coaching sneak peek. I have not done that. And I'm going crazy going, oh my gosh, how can I throw this together tonight? Because I have like 5 people going, well, tell me more. How would I do this? I want in, I'm interested, tell me more about this. And do you remember back when I first messaged you and Jatana about the bodybuilder
Mm-hmm.
lifter person who was a dental hygienist? She just messaged again on that same thread. Probably doesn't realize it that it's me that she was talking to again. And she asked about information. She likes fitness, but doesn't want to get out of hygiene altogether. How would she meld the two? So I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to answer all these people? I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So it's good things, but now I don't know what to do.
You are first thing. Okay, so this is a tip for everybody who gets into the groups. I see Clayton on the call. Hey, Clayton. And of course, Casey and Marianne too. Sorry, a squirrel. For when you get into your groups. This is the big thing. So I just joined, and Patty, this might be, and actually Tammy too. It's a worship leader group, and when I'm in there, I'm not mentioning anything about what I do. Nothing, because it's not the same thing. Like I didn't have that opportunity. Nobody's asking, what is there another opportunity? Of course, if somebody asked that, I would do it like what you said. But one thing that you want to do when you are in groups and you are in there, and I'm just asking random questions. I'm asking questions I already know the answer to. I'm asking questions just like, so what do you do if someone can't sing and they want to be on your worship team? Oh, and Clayton's a worshiper. We have a lot of worshipers in here. He's a musician too. I already know, like questions like that, but then getting people to chime in. But when you see a name in a group over and over and over, all of us will do that. Like if you've been in your hygiene group, you're going to see people that you see them post all the time. You're going to be like, who is this person? What are you going to do? You're going to click on their profile. And when you go to their profile, what are you going to see? So that's why our Facebook walls need to look clean, professional, just like what Tammy was saying, the way she takes pictures of her food. It needs to be, is Melinda frozen? I think she's frozen. Oh, no, you're not. You're just looking down. But just to have your Facebook wall, I'm talking look like, your cover needs to be professional. There's a thing, we learned it at Super Saturday. I can't remember the name of the place though. It was like $20 to get a person to make your, your,
Yeah, it's called 5 something.
Yeah, I can't remember. So that when they click on you, you're like, who is this person? They're going to already see, oh, look what she's doing. Look what she's doing. And then the more that you're posting in your groups, they're like, oh, that's that girl that's a fitness. It's just going to already be locked in their mind. Like if I see someone that posts, oh, that's the Plexus girl.
Yeah, well, I have to figure out what to do with these people that are asking because they want out of hygiene. And they're basically where I'm at. They can't do hygiene as much as they're doing. And they want out of hygiene. And so I actually connected with another hygienist. I saw her on something else. It was another similar post, and I clicked on her. I clicked on one, and it was a different health and wellness thing. And so I didn't contact her. And then there was another one that liked my comment, and I clicked on hers, and I saw that she was a Beachbody coach. So I actually private messaged her, because I also want to find a success partner. And I thought, what better success partner to find than someone who's already done that transition out of hygiene. So I thought that was good. So I reached out to her. So we're Facebook friends. We've commented a couple times and things like that. But now with this opportunity, I feel like, I think I told you before, I felt like I was fighting my avatar because my avatar is this, you keep saying older, and I don't want to say that. I'm older I'm 40, I'm going to be 44 in July, and I don't want to say I'm older yet. I don't want to say that. So I'm fighting my avatar. I'm fighting my avatar of being that older, I told Robert, that middle-aged woman, whatever. I don't know. So I was fighting that. But I feel like this might be the opportunity that I was looking for to build a team. And that's definitely my avatar, is people who, regardless of their age, can't do hygiene physically for longer, or they're frustrated with just dentists or the job or whatever. So I feel like this is my opportunity to start building a team of my tribe of like-minded people. We don't all have to be hygienists, but I feel like here's the opportunity that I've been praying about and now I don't know what the next step is, and I'm terrified. It's one of those where you get this opportunity and then you're terrified to screw it up. I'm terrified to mess it up. So I'm like, what do I do with all these people? How do I approach this the right way to give them the information? I tend to word vomit. Rebecca and I have been over this. I tend to give too much information, but then they are hygienists. So they do think like me. So they do think scientifically. They do want the details. They do want the wham bam, let's move on kind of thing. So it might be okay to do that in this scenario. I don't know, but I'm just freaking out.
So I heard something, Jatana said this, was it Jatana? I don't know, we were talking about that on one of our diamond calls, and the conversation came up about that. And she said, people that follow you will do 40% of what they see you do. So that, when we are, I honestly think that we inspire more, because even with this business, even if they are that same mentality of wanting the facts and they need it all like cut and dry, that might be their personality, but the majority of people, they need to see something on Facebook to be inspired. So it's kind of like that video, and I don't know if you ever watched it, about the gems, how we've been looking at our gems saying, oh, I'm a ruby, or I'm a sapphire, or I'm an emerald, and we talk about who I am. And the epiphany hit me of like, you know what, this isn't about me digging my heels more into who I am. It's more of showing me what I need to be more like. Like, Rebecca, you have a deficit in being an emerald. You have a deficit in being a, whatever. And I've learned, see you, Patty. Love you, girl. There's the deficit in being those other personalities. So I think inspiring on the wall is going to be huge, huge, huge. And even as you're able to train them of, this is what a coach does. This is what a coach does. And I'm actually at a place now where I'm hesitant to even put a whole lot, even about my family, on my Facebook wall. I do, but I don't want to miss that opportunity of displaying I am a coach. Like, this is what I do. This is my, so I want to be family, be relevant, but I'm also like, this is where I'm doing my business. So, but a coaching sneak peek this last one that we did, I thought was really good because, and you could do a mix. I did a mix of Jatana's. I did a couple of cute ones from Summit, like our cute one that we have of Life Changers at Summit. And I put one from the Diamond Retreat in there. You did some cute ones.
Pictures.
What's that? The videos. The videos. So I was just in a conversation with Teresa today that when we set up the group, we're going to set it up and put my welcome video in there. Like, hey guys, so glad you're here to check out what coaching is. It's like 2 minutes long. Glad you're here. I'm going to be posting some cute videos on today or whatever it is. And then I'm going to post those cute little songs and we're all dancing and playing in the sand and we're at Summit and working out, all cute. And I was like, and be ready for Monday because then you're going to see what coaching is. And then starting Monday, I have just a couple of testimonies, but I snagged those other ones because the ones Jatana uses, I didn't use all of them, but a couple of them really addressed, I don't know if coaching is for me. I don't know, what do I have to do to be a coach? What's it, that kind of thing. So those videos really explain for you what coaching is about so you don't have to worry about it.
So I need to set up a sneak peek, basically.
It's so easy. I can give you the links. All you have to do is come up with a cover photo. You can use our Life Changers cover photo. It's yours. It's generic. It's behind the scenes of coaching. Set up the group and literally just copy those links and put them in there. You don't even have to do a welcome video. You could just do a welcome picture and say, "Hey, so glad you're here to check out what." And then you can get a bunch of Life Changers to come in there and just be in there. So it looks like, you know what I mean? I'm just being real because I don't like to have an empty group. I want to have other people in there so that when my real people, like prospects, come in.
Right. So would you approach that just as the prospects? Just do the, like, for the people that saying, so what's this like? What's going on? Just do the coach sneak peek and
yep.
give them all the points and then private message them and talk to them about stuff, about what
I
they
would,
wanted or
Yep.
that kind of stuff?
if it were me, it would be in the back of my mind, like, I've got people watching me. I've got people watching me about coaching. That's going to be number one, is I'm going to up my game with posting. I'm going to get my, I think that you're, well, are you in the sneak coaching to sneak peek thing now? I need to get you in there. The behind
I
the
don't
scenes from
remember if
last
I
month.
did. I tend to try to join them all. I don't necessarily always look at them and follow them.
It's the same thing over and over.
Also that I'm in there.
All right. We'll make sure that you're in the last one, and then you can just grab those links and just make it your own. And then, but just keep it in the back of your mind that while they are in this sneak peek, they're gonna be like, well, what is Melinda doing? And then you share your recipes, share your fitness, share before and after pictures, because people want to see results. People just need to see what it is. Because this is what I found when people want to come in and just make money. I've had a couple, especially some young girls that come in because they're just wanting to make money. And I'm like, you've got to invest in your challengers. Other people are first. You know what I mean? Those things, and they just don't. Maybe it's millennial. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thinking you're not like that, but
they all want it handed to them, kind of thing. And they do have that mentality a little bit. But I find that I was talking to somebody else the other day about it, and I do think that is something that we don't address enough when we're getting people interested and involved, is that this is a business and you have to treat it as such. You have to do business hours. You have to, we're almost afraid to talk about that. And I think we need to share that more, because it really is. If you're going to do it, it's going to take a little bit of time, and it's going to take the business hours. And I think even though I kind of knew that, and that's one reason I never actually got involved with any other direct marketing, I almost got into a jewelry business way back when. It was another homeschool, or no, I guess a friend from church, and she was doing jewelry. And I thought, oh, wow, the compensation plan really would help me replace my hygiene salary, because it was the only compensation plan high enough that would really do that. But then I knew myself, and I said, I won't give it business hours. I don't want to do home parties. I don't want to do business hours at night. So I knew myself. And so because I knew I didn't want to run a business at that time in my life, I didn't do it. Now is different. Now I want a business. Now I want something that's going to give dividends, and something I'm going to be able to, that residual, earning, that I'm not having to physically be in my operatory all day long. I want something like that. So I know I want to build a business. So I know I have to do office hours. So I think that's something that we don't talk about enough from the beginning. So that's important. And I think, there is people going to get into it that want to make $1, and that's not going to work.
I think the biggest thing too is that your heart is so in this business. You love this. You love getting fit. You love even going live. As nervous as you get, you're so good at it. You're inspirational, and the thing is, it's hard to balance full-time job and this business. And like you said, you're coming to that place of seeing no, I need the business hours, that it's very, very important.
I do, because it's affecting the family too. My husband's like, oh yeah, I should have figured you're working, it's definitely that whole thing. It's wearing. And so I've got to find a balance, and I don't know what that looks like, but I think I need to, it's hard because I think I know what I need to do. And I almost need to like what I used to do for homeschooling, and hold myself up in my room and close the door and send everybody away when I would do my homeschool planning. It's like my own little retreat. I might need to do my own little Beachbody retreat where I hold myself away and make my videos and my plans and stuff like that. I don't know how it's going to work, but I just feel like I need this coaching sneak peek specifically for these group of women, because they're asking, how do I get in? What is this all about? Whether all of them will want in on it or not is not the issue. It's just I feel like I need a place to put them. I need a place to send them, and I don't have it. And so I'm freaking out a little bit.
Yeah. I just sent you the link too, so that you can join it and see, from the last one that we did.
Perfect. So I just need to grab those now. Did you pre-schedule those on your thing so that that's ready to go?
Teresa did. She She did Hootsuite. And that's another thing too. I mean, I don't know if Teresa's at a place now where she, because I know at one point she having an assistant, I'm telling you, is so worth it. Because I don't even think about it. I don't even think when she's messaging me like, okay, are there any changes in the sneak peek because the coaching at a glance, because I'm gonna Hootsuite, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. So if that would be of help to you, to
I
get some
haven't
of those
actually
things.
really used the scheduler much on my regular wall. So I haven't used it, so I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, or you can just post it. I mean, it's so easy. If you already know what you're going to post, it's 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Go to the group, grab it, and put it in there.
yeah. So,
Awesome. Casey, girl. Casey. Can you believe it's already 10:09? I don't want to keep all y'all all of us are East Coasters except for Melinda. But Casey, it looks like the sun is shining in your back door. I don't know. Oh, that's the kitchen. But it looks like it's going out to the back, but it looks like the sun. Come up here and talk to us, girl. How's your business going? You got a group going still? I can't believe it's 10:09. I can unmute you. Oh, she doesn't have a good mic. I unmuted you if that's good or no. You're like, no, forget it. You're like, I'm just listening. You want me to unmute you? There you go. You're unmuted. No, can't hear anything. It looks like you're saying, can I hear you? But we can't hear anything. Bummer. Bummer, bummer. Well, girls, it's 10:10. I don't want to keep you guys on. I'm willing to stay on though longer if you guys want to stay on. But I don't want to keep you. If you guys need to go, you can go. But we can still chat if you guys have any more questions. Does anybody have any questions about things? Not that I have all the answers, but maybe I can direct you. I have a group. My accident threw me for a loop, just working on getting refocused. Yeah. Yep. So glad that you're here, girl. I know you've been working out. You've been posting your workouts. That's good, girl. That's awesome. Yeah, that takes you through the trauma of that. Big deal. Oh, and money. Yep, start posting like Melanie Mitro. Get those challengers in. Like for real, but all access, now that it's $160, I don't know what the commission is off of 160 challenge pack. I know it was $70 when it was $199. I don't know. But, all right, girls. Any more questions or any more? And Melinda, did that help you answer your questions with the coaching sneak peek? Okay. I can show you too real quick. I'm trying to close these out here. This is yes, it did send. Just stop. Go down. All right. All right. This is the one I did. And this was, when you go in, this was the Success Club trip. So it's just a cute little video of us on the Success Club trip. And then here's a welcoming video that I did. It's literally 2 minutes long. And then I did another couple things, because this was for Super Saturday. And then I did these two cute little things so that they can see coaches have a blast. We have so much fun. And then I did my video, which I need to redo that because it's changed since then, but this was done last year. And then I loved Libby. I don't know if you remember Libby. She used to be Jatana's assistant. She did a great one, and she talks about how in so many months she was able to take her family to Disney World, based on her income, and was able to pay for that vacation. I just thought that was a really good video that she did, so it was really good. This one is another team video that it's piecemeal together. It's great. Here's Tammy. Tammy did a new one 2 weeks ago, so I put hers in there because I just wanted fresh ones in there. And then Coaching at a Glance, this one, how will I have time for this? So she's talking about how she makes time to do the business, just like what you were saying, Melinda. This one is a success story. So it's people that have been very, very successful in the business. So you see people that like are entryway, like Tammy talks about how she's just getting in, paying for Shakeology. You see Libby taking her family on a vacation. And then in this one, you see people that have like really made some extra money. Some of them were saying, I've made $100 a week. I mean, literally, if you sell a challenge pack, just getting the commission off the challenge pack and then any residual, the money adds up. And then Summer, a lot of people really like this because she said, I don't like sales. So she's talking about that, how she didn't like sales either. And then, of course, the Nikki Johnson. This is the tearjerker one where her family was just really suffering. And she lived in Northern Virginia, too. And that's a great story. And then this one is the 4-year degree because she worked on her Beachbody business for 4 years and she's making the income that somebody would, going right into a full-time job would after 4 years of college. So that's what the sneak peek looks like. And we do it for 3 days. So it's 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. So there's that.
Yeah, I'll have to go through, I guess, and decide what I want to do. And I do want to do it shorter and more to the point because I don't think I want to drag it out for a whole week or anything like that. I think I definitely want to do just a few days, if anything.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Very doing good. Restart at 21-day fix. Yes, surrenders. He's getting muscles stretched out and moving again. I know. That's true.
Okay.
All right, girls. You guys have a great evening. We will see you in the chat thread.
I have to give a shout out to Rachel. She is awesome. She helped me a lot. She gave me a bunch of information. I stole a bunch of her stuff that I'm using in my free group. So she's awesome. And I love this team. I love the way that everybody's just willing to say, hey, I found this, or I, got this, or, and I just love the way that we come together and we share information. So I just want to say, I appreciate Rachel. I appreciate Rebecca. And I steal inspiration from Cassie, everybody. Our team is just awesome. I just love it. So.
That's so good. I know. I do too. I love our team. I think it's awesome. And that's another thing too, is that I need to make sure that you guys know anything from Made to Crave. If you guys want to use those things that I'm doing, you totally can. I mean, I'm just taking those slides and then I'm sharing my heart, my personal, like testimony or whatever it makes me think of. So that's all I'm doing. I take the slides and then I just, I literally go through the book, grab those little snippets, and then just put something on there. So if you want the template to make your own, or if you guys want to use mine, you totally can. And, anything that I can give to help make you guys successful is good. All right, guys. Love you. Have a good evening.
Bye.